हेलो एवरीवन, गुड मॉर्निंग ऑल ऑफ यू। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे मॉड्यूल नंबर 2 से लेक्चर नंबर 2। तो आपने देखा मॉड्यूल नंबर 2 के अंदर हमने अपना जो टॉपिक डिस्कशन के लिए लिया वो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है। एंड इन द लेक्चर नंबर 1 वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. I am just giving you a small recap of the lecture number 1. If you have not watched that video, please watch that video before this lecture. Okay, so in the first lecture we discussed about what actually the electric field is, what is the concept of the electric field, what is the formulation of that for the different charges, for the different the system of the charges. But in that lecture we discussed only the point charge, and in this lecture we will be discussing different types of systems where the charge distribution is there. Okay, even the point charge will be there. So different type of charge distribution is there, and you can say that different types of system of charges are there. So in this lecture we'll be discussing that. But in the lecture number 1 we also discussed about the electric field, the properties of the electric fields, and what are the electric field lines, and what are the properties of the electric field lines, and what actually they represent. Okay, so they represent the strength of the electric field at any point in the field, okay, around the source charge. I also discussed the concept of the source charge and the test charge. So let me carry on the lecture with electric field. So I discussed about the Q and small q, that was represented as plus Q. So that was R, that was a source charge whose electric field was to be computed. Okay, so we discussed regarding the kq by r square, and this q in the formula was the source charge जिसके आप फील्ड निकाल रहे हैं. तो आपने देखा था जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड है वो kq by r square आती है. तो आपने देखा इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का जो वेरिएशन है r के साथ. प्लीज डू रिमेंबर फॉर्मूला आना ओके और फॉर्मूला लगाना, इन दोनों बातों में अंतर होता है. ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले आपको हर टर्मिनोलॉजी जो क्यू बाय आर स्क्वायर के फॉर्मूले में आ रही है, आपको उसके रिगार्डिंग आर के बारे में, के के बारे में, क्यू के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए कौन सा चार्ज है और वो कौन सा डिस्टेंस है. सो आई एम जस्ट रिकैपिंग दैट आर इज द टेस्ट चार्ज डिस्टेंस, that is the distance of the test charge from the source charge. So that is kq by r square, and in this formula you see that electric field is inversely proportional to r square. So definitely the graph will be the parabola type. Okay, so the graph I have drawn here, so let me mark this E and R. Fine, the E versus R graph will be like this. But please see, I am not taken the graph at this position. Okay, why this graph is so? Just because I have written the concept here that at the position of the charge the value of field is not defined. It means we also discussed in the case of electric field lines, we discussed regarding that the electric field lines are not continuous. Okay, so that discontinuity at the position of the charge is there. So electric field is not continuous at that point or not defined at that point. So that's why the graphs are drawn like this. Then the second concept is superposition of electric field. Why this concept is coming here? You see, the electric field is a physical quantity which is a vector. Okay, so when the superposition principle comes into picture, the question is when the test charge you are taking is surrounded by n charges, or you can say many charges. So your test charge is kept in the field of many charges. Okay, so at this point the electric field from individual charges will be there, that is E1, E2, E3, E4, and then examiner will be asking you what is the net electric field over this point, at this point where the test charge is kept. So in that case electric field is a vector quantity. So it says, according to this principle, it says that the net electric field intensity at the test point, which is surrounded by many charges, or you can say kept in the field of many charges, will be sum of individual electric fields at that point. So that's why the net electric field is written as E1 plus E2 plus E3, like up to n, or you can say how many charges are there which are surrounding the test charge, that is we are talking about. Okay, so now Please do remember, I have written all the data before you just to save the time, or so I could explain more and more topics in short time, so that you could revise in a proper manner. So let me discuss the next concept. The next concept I have taken here is the electric field due to a line charge. That line charge does mean in the starting, in the beginning of this lecture, I discussed that in this lecture we will be discussing about the distribution of the charges. As I didn't discuss regarding the charge distribution in the Coulomb's law in the module number 1, but I'm just defining all the charge distribution here, that the charge distribution is how the charge is distributed. Is it distributed over the line, is it distributed over the area, or is it distributed over the volume? So there are 3 charge distribution which are generally taken in your curriculum, that is the surface charge density, linear charge density, and the volume charge density. Okay. So in this case, the line charge is being taken. Okay. And what does it mean? That the charge is being distributed over a line. So in that case, you will be defining the linear charge density, which is represented by lambda. So this is, let me write it, this is linear charge density. Linear charge density. Okay. So in this case, the linear charge density is this. The positive charge is being taken here, and this length of the conductor or the length of the material over which you are taking the charge is L. Okay, and this P is the point where you are supposed to calculate the electric field. I have not given the derivation part here just because of the crash course, so that I could complete in a given and scheduled time. So the P point is the electric field, the point where you are supposed to calculate the electric field. Okay, so here I have taken the distance r from where the line. Okay, so r is a distance from the charge distribution up to the test point. And in a derivation part, we take the geometrical portion, like that this end is making the beta angle with this, and alpha is this. Okay, I'm just again repeating. Please do remember, I have not given the derivation part. If you want the derivation part, so please do comment us. Okay, I will be posting the derivation part of this also. लेकिन मैंने यहाँ इसलिए नहीं डाला है ताकि आप लोग सिर्फ क्रैश कोर्स में आप जो फॉर्मुलेशन है वो याद कैसे करना है, और जो एक कंसाइज तरीके से आपको चैप्टर को याद करना है वो आपको बता रहा हूँ. ठीक है. सो k lambda by r, in this case, let me come to the point again. So this is the test point where you are supposed to calculate the electric field. So in the derivation part, you will come to know that the electric field will be in the x direction and electric field in the y direction. So net electric field over this point or the test point will be the net resultant of these two components of electric field in the x and y direction. So these are at 90 degree, and when you will be calculating this, the net electric field, you will be calculating like ex square plus ey square, the net resultant in the vectors algebra, you know that. Okay. But in the derivation part, this ex is coming out to be k lambda by r sine alpha plus sine beta. Okay, and this is k lambda by, there is a simple formula. When you will be habitual to that, you will learn that, and that will be the retain in your mind. So k lambda by r sine alpha plus sine beta and cos beta minus cos alpha in the y direction. Okay, so there is a plus in the x and minus in the y direction. But the special cases which are discussed in your books and your curriculum is, this is the general expression and this is the general, the derivation from which these parts are coming out. Now we are taking the concept here that your test point is now lying on a line which is perpendicular bisector of the line charge or the charge distribution which you are taking here. Okay, so I am taking this line as a perpendicular bisector of this line, and now the test point is lying over this line which is acting like a perpendicular bisector here. In that case, we'll come to know that the geometry will be like this, that these angles will be equal because this is a perpendicular bisector. So alpha equals to beta, and when you put this alpha equals to beta in the first expression, we'll come to know this sine alpha plus sine alpha will become 2 sine alpha, and this 2 sine alpha, the whole expression will become ex equals to 2 k lambda sine alpha by r. Okay, and In this expression alpha equals to beta, that means the cos beta minus cos alpha will become 0 and the whole expression Ey will be 0. So in the x direction your net electric field will be, and that will be 2k lambda sin alpha by r. So in the next case, now this is very beautiful result. Now you are taking this wire as suppose this is a wire over which of the length L, but now in this case you are taking the case that it is infinite. Okay, suppose that is a wire and you are taking a point here, but when you are extending this line up to infinity, can you imagine that what angle this end will form at this point? So definitely this angle will be 90. So in radian it will be pi by 2. Okay, so similarly in the same fashion this end will take the angle pi by 2 and this will be pi by 2. That seems to be. So this is the approximation which we are taking. It is not exactly 90 in the real case, but it is approximately equal to 90 degree. So in the notebooks we take it as alpha equals to beta. This is a pi by 2. So please याद रखने के लिए आप मान सकते हैं, देखिए बहुत दूर ऊपर जा रहा है, बहुत दूर एंगल जा रहा है. ओके, सो बहुत दूर एंगल एंड जा रहा है. सो इस पॉइंट पे वो 90 डिग्री बना रहा होगा लाइक दिस. आप ऐसे समझ सकते हैं, ये अप्रोक्सीमेटली 90 की, ये जब बहुत दूर चला जाएगा तो ये पॉइंट जो है 90 एंगल आपको अपीयर होगा. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी आर टेकिंग अल्फा इक्वल्स टू बीटा पाई बाय 2. एंड व्हेन यू put these results in these expressions, you come to know that Ex is 2k lambda by r now, because sin alpha is pi by 2, sin 90 is 1. Okay, and Ey is 0 again. So no need to put the formula for the resultant of the vectors, that was Ex square plus Ey square. But when general cases are given, when Ex and Ey are having some values, so in that case you will be representing that electric field is the net resultant of these Ex and Ey. But in this case you are taking the Ey is coming out to be 0, so there is no requirement to put that formula of the vector resultant. Okay, so the E net will be lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r, and you are familiar with this formula because it is the application of the Gauss theorem, which we will be discussing in the following lectures. So lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r is the general result which you also study in the board exams. Okay, the derivation part is in your books, so you can calculate that lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r from there. So in this case, now the third special case is if point P, now this point P lies very near to the end of the infinity, on only one end. Okay, so at one end this point is very near to it, but on the other hand you see that the second end will be very far off this point. So the second end which is very far off from this point, in that case this end will become or will forming the angle 90. Okay, and this end where this is very close to it, it is 0 angle. So now the alpha is 0 because I have taken this P point here. This P point is near to this end, but this P point you are taking the infinite wire, so this end will forming the angle 90 by 2. Okay, so 90 by 2 angle will be there. In the similar fashion, now you please see, this is Ex, this is Ey, right? But in this case Ex and Ey are not, any one of them is not 0. In the previous two cases one component was coming out to be 0, so वहाँ रिजल्टेंट की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी, तो आपने Ex जो वैल्यू आई वही आपका नेट था. ओके, सो यहाँ पे अल्फा 0 बीटा पाई बाय 2, एंड द सिमिलर वे Ex एंड Ey जब आप यहाँ से निकालेंगे द होल एक्सप्रेशन विल बिकम 1, सो दिस विल रिमेन एज k lambda by r. So these I have written that the Ex and Ey is k lambda by r. And now the electric field will be the net resultant of these two components which are coming out to be k lambda by r, and that will be computed like Ex square plus Ey square. I recall you that two vectors which are at the theta angle, so their resultant will be root a square plus b square plus 2ab cos theta. Okay, so this is the case, you know this. And the same thing which we have applied here, ex square plus ey square is root 2 k lambda by r. Fine. So please do remember when the point P where you are calculating the electric field is near to one end, in that case the electric field, net electric field is coming out to be root 2 k lambda by r, and when its length is infinite, that is lambda by 2 pi epsilon naught r. You are very familiar to this formula, okay? So that was about the line charge distribution. In the next case we will be discussing that electric field of a uniformly charged ring. So here the charge distribution is like this. You have taken a ring here. Suppose I show you this ring is there, okay? So the charge distribution is over it, and now I'm just holding it vertically, and please imagine the center here, okay? And suppose I'm putting this pencil over the axis of this ring, okay? And the end is the point where you are calculating the इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड. सो द सेम सिचुएशन आई हैव टेकन. आप पेज पे जो प्लेन पे जो बनाते हैं वो 2D होता है. आप प्लीज इसको 3D में सोचिए. आप 3D में सोचेंगे तो आप यहाँ देखिए, इसका डेरिवेशन पार्ट आपने अपनी बुक में किया है, मैं वो वहाँ नहीं जा रहा हूँ. हम बोर्ड से रिगार्डिंग जो डेरिवेशन पार्ट है वो अलग वीडियो हम डालेंगे, ठीक है? लेकिन अभी हमारा जो क्रैश कोर्स चल रहा है उसके अंदर सिर्फ आपको हम डायरेक्ट रिजल्ट्स एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हैं. मैं आपको रट्टे मारने के लिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, क्रैम करने के लिए नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, ठीक है? लेकिन आप प्लीज़ ये मानिए कि अभी आपको क्रैश कोर्स में जो रिक्वायरमेंट है, आप स्ट्रेटेजिकल एरर होता है वो मत कीजिए, राइट? आपको जो पढ़ना है सबसे पहले आपको वो पता होना चाहिए कि हमें कितना और क्या पढ़ना है. सो इन अ वेरी शेड्यूल्ड मैनर, और पूरा प्लान्ड है ये कि आपको किस तरीके से याद करवाना है और किस तरीके से उसको अप्लाई करवाना है. वी विल बी डिस्कसिंग द न्यूमेरिकल पार्ट ऑल्सो. As you know that in the last module I also discussed many numericals and the tactics how to solve them. So please see the module number 1 for the electrostatics before watching these videos. Let me come again to the topic. So here I am taking the ring, and please imagine this vertically, and the case is this is the point. I have taken the distance of the test point from the center of that ring as x. And when you do the derivation part here, you come to know somewhat this diagram is there in the derivation part, okay? And in that case electric field is kqx by r square plus x square whole raised to power 3 by 2, okay? You all know this formula, okay? So x in these the cases are when the point is very close to the ring. Suppose this is a ring and the point is very close to this, does mean the r is very large, the ring is very large, radius is very large, and x is very small as compared to r, okay? So in that case this x which is very small can be neglected, and the whole formula will reduce as r square. This x will be neglected. Then r square, this 2 will cancel out, so you will left with kqx by r cube, right? So this x will be neglected, so you will left with E directly proportional to x. Does mean the electric field is directly proportional to the distance of the test charge where you are taking. So the next case, when x is greater than r, that is you will come to know that r will be neglected. Now the kq by x square will be left. So when you draw the graph with this formula, so यहाँ जब आप जीरो पे थे, बिल्कुल जहाँ एंड इसका सेंटर से शुरू हुए, तो आपने देखा दैट इज कमिंग आउट टू बी E डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू x. तो ये स्ट्रेट वायर जो ग्राफ आता है, उसके बाद यहाँ पहुँचने के बाद ये थोड़ा ग्राफ आपको अजीब लग सकता है, ये थोड़ा ड्राइंग में ऐसा है, लेकिन ये स्ट्रेट लाइन ग्राफ आएगा जैसे E इक्वल्स टू mx का जो ग्राफ आता है. देन आफ्टर ये इस तरीके से ये घटेगा, ठीक है? सो E डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू 1x स्क्वायर लाइक दिस, राइट? दिस. Then in the similar way you can draw the graph on the other side. Here at x equals to r by root 2, आप क्या कह रहे हैं? E मैक्सिमम चाहिए, तो आप E मैक्सिमम के लिए क्या करेंगे? जो नॉन मेडिकल वाले हैं वो तो समझ रहे हैं, कोई भी क्वांटिटी है अगर उसको मैक्सिमम निकालना है तो आप क्या करेंगे? जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड का जो एक्सप्रेशन है आप इसका डिफरेंशिएशन करेंगे, और किसी भी मैक्सिमम या मिनिमम और द एक्सट्रीम जो वैल्यूज होती हैं उनको कैलकुलेट करके, आप उनको कैलकुलेट करने के लिए क्या करते हैं? उस क्वांटिटी का डिफरेंशिएशन करते हैं, दैट विल बी कमिंग आउट एज 0, और वहां से आपके जो आंसर्स हैं वो इस तरीके से आते हैं. तो आप देखेंगे कि x इक्वल्स टू r बाय रूट 2 के ऊपर आपकी E मैक्सिमा आ जाता है, Okay, so this r by root 2, this 1 by root 2 is having value 0.707, and in this way you will draw the, please correct this graph here, let me correct this graph. Okay, so like this, fine. So in a similar way you can draw the graph to this end. Okay, similarly you can draw the graph here. Similarly, just to get away from the dilemma here, I am just drawing the simple graph here. So x equals to r by root 2 is 0.707 r. Fine. Now let me switch to the very the very fundamental topic here, and this fundamental topic is electric field of a arc. Now you are not taking the charge distribution over a sphere or a circle. Okay, you are taking the arc. You know that the arc is this, okay, and this arc is making angle at the center alpha. Fine. So this electric field of a arc is defined as 2k lambda by r sine alpha by 2. Okay, this is a basic formula, 2k lambda by r sine alpha by 2. प्लीज डू रिमेंबर, मैं आपको फिर से कह रहा हूं, आप इनको क्रैम मत कीजिए, आप इनको अप्लाई कीजिए ताकि आपको ये याद रहे. ओके, तो यहाँ ये जो लैम्डा होता है ये लीनियर चार्ज डेंसिटी है, और लीनियर चार्ज डेंसिटी के लिए आपको पता है अगर आप आर्क में बात करते हैं तो थीटा इज आर्क बाय रेडियस. सो अगर आपको ये आर्क जो निकालनी है, आर्क इसकी जो लेंथ है, ये तो रेडियस है, ये एंगल है, तो ये लेंथ ऑफ द आर्क आपको इस फॉर्मूले में लेनी पड़ेगी. और जो लैम्डा है लीनियर चार्ज डेंसिटी, वो कैसे डिफाइन होती है, कितना चार्ज पर यूनिट लेंथ है, दैट इज क्यू बाय लेंथ ऑफ द आर्क. ओके, so this length of arc will be calculated as r alpha. How it is? Theta equals to arc by radius, and radius मैंने उधर लिया, so length of arc will become r alpha. So this is the basic formula for any arc. Now I am taking some numericals regarding this concept so that you have a crystal clear concept in your mind. So let me take the distribution like this. So this is a arc, okay, and this arc is forming angle 180 degree here, 180 degree here, and the total charge is q, which is distributed over this, and you are given with this lambda, that is linear charge density, and now you are supposed to calculate the net electric field intensity here. Okay, so net electric field intensity we are supposed to calculate. So we will apply the formula, but how to apply the formula? This is a very a basic concept. हर फॉर्मूला आपको लगाना आना चाहिए. सो लेट मी टेक दैट, हमेशा जब भी चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो आप उसके सेंटर ऑफ मास, मतलब एक ऐसा पॉइंट मानिए जहां पे जो चार्ज है आप अपने उस डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन को एक द पॉइंट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मान के अपने सॉल्यूशन को कर सकते हैं. यानी कि जो चार्ज डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन है, अगर मैं मान लूं कि सारा चार्ज इस पॉइंट पर कंसंट्रेटेड है, सो फ्रॉम दिस वी आर सपोज टू कैलकुलेट at this point. You will come to know the electric field will be in this direction because it is always from positive to negative. It means that is away from the positive charge, right? But what is the distance? What is the distance? You know that electric field is defined as 2k lambda by r sine alpha by 2. What is the angle here? Sine alpha is 180, alpha by 2 becomes 90, so this will become 1, but this is 2k lambda by a. R is a. This r is not radius. Please do remember, this is the distance of the test charge from the charge distribution, and here in this case you have considered the charge distribution concentrated at this point, and the charge density is positive. Okay, and that means your electric field will be away from the positive charge, and we have drawn like this. So 2k lambda by a, but in which direction it is coming out? This is in the negative y, so we will represent as minus j cap. Okay, you can put the value k here. Okay, what is k? K is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. You can put the value 9 into 10 is to power 9, and what is lambda here? Now मैं आपको इस क्वेश्चन में निकाल के दिखाता हूं. आपने कहा कि जो लैम्डा है वो q बाय लेंथ ऑफ द आर्क है, लेंथ ऑफ आर्क है, ओके। लेकिन जो लेंथ ऑफ आर्क है वो कैसे निकालेंगे आप? रेडियस कितना है? a है, और a अल्फा इज 180 डिग्री, दैट डज मीन पाई, okay, so pi a is the length of arc, so it will become q by pi a. So you will put it here, that is 2 lambda is q by pi a, okay, and this k is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, and this is minus j cap. Are you getting my point? So in this way you can calculate the formula, or basically this electric field is a vector quantity. Always do remember, when you are asked a question regarding the electric field, always do mention the direction of that also, that is minus j cap. In the next question, you please try this question. This is a very wonderful question. मैंने जितने भी क्वेश्चन लिए हैं, देखिए मैं हमेशा कहता हूं कि एक BMW अच्छी है 25 नैनो से, ठीक है। अगर आप ये कहें कि मेरे पास इतनी गाड़ियां हैं, मेरे पास 25 गाड़ियां हैं, ठीक है, तो वो कहने से बजाय आप एक ऑडी, एक BMW लें तो वो काफ़ी बेहतर है, ठीक है। सो यहाँ मैंने जितने भी क्वेश्चन लिए हैं वो बहुत अच्छे क्वेश्चंस लिए हैं, जिससे आपके कॉन्सेप्ट्स क्लियर हो रहे हैं, और ऑन द बिहाफ ऑफ दिस क्वेश्चंस आप किसी भी बुक से क्वेश्चन ट्राई कर सकते हैं। तो यूट्यूब प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर जो मैं आपको डाटा दे रहा हूँ, ये बहुत कंसाइज्ड और बहुत प्री प्लान्ड दे रहा हूँ, ठीक है, ताकि आप किसी भी DC पांडे, HC वर्मा, आप क्वेश्चन उठाइए, आप फिर मुझे बताइएगा कि आप ये वीडियोस देख के आप वो क्वेश्चन कर पा रहे हैं, नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। अगर आपकी उनमें कोई डाउट आती है, प्लीज पोस्ट इट ऑन माय मेल ID और इन द कमेंट्स, ओके, विल बी डिस्कसिंग दैट। So in this question we have taken that there is the charge distribution over this arc, but the charge distribution is, one is negative and one is positive, and the charge distribution is equal but of the opposite sign. There is minus lambda and plus lambda, so linear charge density is there. Suppose the q charge is there, okay, and q charge is also there but of the opposite sign. You know that when you are supposed to calculate at this point, due to this, if I suppose the point here where the charge, the whole charge is concentrated, you will take it away from here, okay, and suppose this is E, चार्ज सेम है, क्वांटिटी सेम है, साइन अपोजिट है, लेकिन इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड तो सेम आएगी, बट उनकी जो डायरेक्शन है वो कुछ इस तरीके से आएगी, ओके। सो इन दिस वे यू विल टेक दैट इज ऑल्सो E, बट नाउ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड विल बी द नेट रिजल्टेंट ऑफ दीज इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड। मुझे इतना टाइम सिर्फ इसलिए लग रहा है कि मैं आपको समझा रहा हूं, नहीं तो आपको पता है कि पॉजिटिव से अवे नेगेटिव की तरफ, राइट। तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड कहां आएगा? इधर। तो ये जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड निकालेंगे, आपको इसकी डायरेक्शन पता लग गई, दैट इज इन द माइनस एक्स डायरेक्शन। सो व्हेन यू पुट द फॉर्मूला E as 2k lambda by r, okay, and what is r here? This is A, right? So 2k lambda by A, and this is, now please tell me what is the angle here? What is the angle here? You are taking this electric field, मैं अभी ये E निकाल रहा हूं, मैंने अभी रिजल्टेंट नहीं निकाला है, मैंने ये E निकाला है, लेकिन इसके लिए जो आपने आर्क ली है, क्या आपने ये आर्क ये वाली ली है, जिसके अंदर जो एंगल है वो कितना बन रहा है? वो 90 डिग्री का बन रहा है। सो यहाँ जो साइन लेंगे आप, वो साइन कितना लेंगे? 90/2, दैट इज 2k lambda by A। लेकिन मैं अगर यहाँ पे इसका रिजल्टेंट लिखना चाहूं तो कितना आएगा? दिस टू आर एट द 90 डिग्री, और जब भी कोई दो रिजल्टेंट, कोई भी दो वेक्टर सेम मैग्नीट्यूड के 90 डिग्री पे होते हैं ऐसे, ओके, तो उनका जो रिजल्टेंट आता है वो √2a आता है। सो यहां पे कितना आएगा? √2e आपका आंसर है, लेकिन आपको E पता होना चाहिए। E के लिए आपने सिर्फ पहले ये आर्क ली जिसमें 90 डिग्री बन रहा है, दूसरे में भी 90 डिग्री बन रहा है, तो विल पुट दैट। सो साइन, दिस इज साइन 45, okay, so that will become √2k lambda by A. So this is E, and your whole answer will be, E net will be √2, that is 2k lambda by A, and that is minus I cap, and please put the sign vector here if you are representing the direction. You have to be very conscious about each and every point, okay. Only in that case you will be satisfied internally, okay. So now let me take the another question, the same question I have discussed here this part, so you can compute this. This is 90 degree, so 2k lambda by r is sine now 45, so you will take that 2k lambda by r, this is 1 by root 2, so this is root 2k lambda by r. Okay, so this is your answer for the quadrant part, or the arc in the quadrant form. So the next question we'll be discussing in the next lecture, so we'll keep this lecture up to this. Till then, goodbye and thank you so much for your kind attention. Meet you in the next chapter. Please do share and subscribe this. Goodbye.